Hello, Flosstube. My name is Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and this is my Flosstube update number 275. This is a channel about cross stitch, in case you're wondering. And I don't have much time to work on this to do this video today because my sister and I are going to a concert, and there's all kinds of stuff going on in downtown Phoenix, right, in the middle of where the concert hall, the symphony hall is, and there's, a game, and there's I think, what did you say? There's March Madness going on and something else going on, and so it's just, it's a zoo downtown, and so we have to leave a little early to have a place to park and, time to walk around, and it was a mess. A couple weeks ago when we went, there was a game going on, and at the same time, and got out at the same time, and so like it took us a million years to get out of the parking garage, so anyway, but so I'm taking a lot of time talking about that. Like I said, this is a channel about cross stitch, and so we're just gonna get right down to it. It is the 25th today, so today is WIPGO Day. I have the new numbers for April. And then I have a few more days left in this month to do some things, to try to finish FFOing some stuff that I talked about a little bit about it last week, and I did a little bit of work this week, and hopefully in the next couple of days I'll be finishing up those FFO projects, because I only have until the 31st, which is what, Wednesday is the 29th, Thursday the 30th, the 31st is Friday, so I really have just 1 week basically. And so yeah, the Saturday will be April 1st. So anyway, so I will start with the stuff I did for WIPGO for March. I think last Saturday with my update, I talked about how I had hit the goal for both of my pieces, and then I did a couple more days on each of them, so that they, to get to a stopping point with the gray wolf and to finish my other piece. So I haven't finished this week also. So I don't know if I showed you all I had done with gray wolf. And of course, gray wolf is this one here, from this book, Endangered Species by Cross My Heart. And this is from 1988, so, the pattern, if anybody wants any of these are just really cute. I was noticing the other day, I was looking at it, these puffins, they're puffins, are really cute. I don't know how colorful they are. They look awfully, muted, the colors, because puffins can be very vibrant. I can't speak. But all of these animals look kind of muted, the colors. But anyway, so, but if you're interested in any of those animals, I imagine, I don't know, this is not like a real hot popular pattern, but it's probably available. If you look around, it's probably available, maybe on eBay or Stash Unloading or something like that. And then get this right side up. So this is the gray wolf. I did a little bit more work here in this area. I don't know what I showed last time, how much I had done last time, but like I said, I did a little more work in this area, and I did find that I had made a mistake. Things were off by like 1 block, and so I'm just having to, I did some extra stitches here and there to fill in, but it's all in this sort of pixelated area that doesn't really matter. It's just all modeled shades of gray, which is a pain in their neck, but it doesn't really affect anything, because it's not any part of the wolf itself. It's just all this background shading. So The only thing is just keeping track of, whatever adjustments I make. So I stopped right here. These are like half stitches. I'm doing out and back kind of stitching. Um, but yeah, so I just, got to a stopping point, got to the end of a thread, and I didn't want to cut another thread and keep going on because I wanted to finish the other piece. So anyway, so there's Grey Wolf, and like I said, I don't know when I'll get back to it, but I'm hoping to finish it one of these days before I die. One thing I'm trying to do is to fold it a little differently so that it doesn't get too creased, you know. As it is, there's, it's getting plenty of creases in it nowadays as it is, so I'm kind of trying to avoid that a little bit. But my other WIPGO whip that I was working on is this one called Not Everything Counts. That's what I've called it. It's my own design for my brother-in-law. This quote that he likes by W.B. Cameron. And there's a little peacock, and I finished all the sheep. They're blind sheep. They don't have eyes. I did all their heads and legs, and I like this little standing sheep. He's not running like all the others are. You have running legs, and this one's just standing, just for fun. But the quote is, not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. So, yeah. So this design is about 6 by 6. So I don't think I have anything that really works with it the way I want to finish it. So I'm thinking I need to go to Hobby Lobby and see what I can find there. I think I have a piece that's probably in their unfinished wood area that I think would work with this. If I can find the same thing that I have another piece finished on. But I think it would be the right size and the right... as I want something with like an easel back the way this thing has. It's just one of those wood slat things, and I finished something on it for myself. One of these bunnies, I can't remember the name of it specifically, but it's something. One of them is delivering Easter, delivering spring, something like that. There are two of them that are companions. One's a female bunny, one's a male bunny. But so I've only done one of them. I don't know if I even have the other one. I don't know. Anyway, but so that's the kind of. But it has like you can either hang it or it has a little easel back kind of on it, which is what I'm looking for. So anyway, this is Not Everything Counts, and on the words here, I used long stitches. I don't know if I talked about this last week, but I used long stitches for, it's essentially back stitching, but it's long stitches instead of individual back stitches. I just like the look of it better especially for words, that long stitch look, better than individual back stitches. And it's done with 2 threads, so it shows up a little better. And all the back stitching, like for the peacock's tail and the sheep's legs, it's all done with 2 threads. So this is 2/2 on like a coffee tea dyed linen. But yeah, and I think the colors and everything, it has a more masculine look. This is for my brother-in-law, like I said. So I didn't want it to be real flowery or or pinky or feminine-ish or whatever. So yeah. So so that is finished. That's a finish for this month. My goal wasn't specifically to finish it, but I did, and so I'm glad. My brother-in-law's birthday is in May, so I have time to finish it. But and speaking of finishing, one of my other goals, one of my WIPGO goals was 2 new starts, and I talked about that last week. Last week, I guess, that I just had a very minimal start on this I think it's 46 count fabric. Yeah, I haven't done any more on that because I was, I was trying to finish those other two pieces. And so this is the Eeyore and the bees that I had last time. If you notice, these bees are in different place. I took it all apart and I relaced it. And what I did was I cut down the foam core a bit so that you'll notice, I don't know if it's noticeable, but I just tightened it up a little bit so that it's closer, and I cut back the top a little bit so that it's tighter this way also, closer to the top. And I felt like the bees were kind of crowding the stitched bees, so I moved them out a little bit. This one could probably have been a little further down or something, I don't know. But yeah, I like it looking a little better. I think I still might probably do some, I have a few different options, I think, of colors to put, some edging or some kind of trim on the outside. I haven't quite made up my mind. And then last time I had it pinned inside out. So this is For Fat Friends by the Drawn Thread. And since I've seen you last, I had my sister stitch around it, and I've turned it so it needs to be ironed a little bit. But this is what the backing fabric looks like. It's a red and white polka dot kind of fabric. I don't know what that is. It's a thread. So the corners aren't real sharp, but it doesn't really bother me because I'm thinking I'll probably put some kind of piping or something on trim on the edge here too. So, but that's what it looks like in the front, and I think it makes a cute pillow. And these little fat birdies. Yeah. So I think I just need to stuff it and sew the opening shut and all that. So that's both of these are part of my WIPGO goals for the month of March. So a few days to work on those and be done. So so for today, when my sisters and I were doing the I don't have that For Fat Friends by the Drawn Thread. It was a freebie, so I don't have a picture of the finishing. I just have the chart, so that's why I didn't show it. And yeah. So today when we were filming our Sticks and Strings video, the Three Sisters Creative Sticks and Strings video, I didn't want to. I didn't want to work on the pieces that were on the 46 count fabric that are too tiny for the lighting in here. I didn't feel like working that hard. And then I still want to finish the fox that I've been working on, but I felt like it was, a little too complicated to work on in here. So I worked more on Catoween Cal today, and you can just see the beginning of the cat head here. It's a little hard to see because it's this gray on the gray fabric. But I did the white part of his pants stripes. So he's coming along a little bit. This is my Witchy Stitchy 2022 needle minder from last fall. There it goes. That's a cute kitty. But anyway, so so these empty lines here are his purple suspenders and purple stripes in his pants. But anyway, so I was working on this little kitty head. This is a stitching with the Housewives design. So that's what it's going to look like when it's finished. Except that I think, well, yeah, I have his teeth are white, so that I haven't done that yet. But instead of being black like it is here, because of the black background, it'll be that purpley gray thing. But I think it'll work, because these here are unstitched, but I think it'll work. I might stitch something in the eyes. I might make them, I don't know, they might be black in the center. I don't know. But yeah, so I'll have to take a look at that as I go and see how it works out. But like I said, I did all the white except for, like, you know, the eyes and the teeth that are in the pumpkins and in the cat. But the shirt and the stripes and the pants are all done. So that's here, Catoween cow. And this was one of my new starts for February, I think. So I don't know. I might be able to finish it for in March. I don't know. But that was just my other side project. So for April, today's the 25th. So if I can get this, Jess Marie called the numbers for April, and they are number 2. No, I just did 2. Number 5 and number 5 and 17. So 5, I have my WIPGO page here somewhere, I think. I thought I had it. Oh, it's right here. So number 5 is my whip is Kitty Kitty and my FFO is Hedgehog. So Kitty Kitty is by La Di Da. That's this one here. And right now, all I have left to do is to finish these borders. So there's, I think, yeah, there's this, you know, inner border of this triangles, and then you do the same thing on the outside, and then there's a simple straight line border all the way around. So the border is partially done. The inside is all done. I'm using, the model was done on black fabric. I'm using a very dark green, so I had to do some minor modifications. And I did do some modifications on the cats. So in the model, the cats are gray and gray, like a dark gray and a light gray. And I made mine black and either use the light gray or they're white. I don't remember. But I used to have... one of my cats that I have now is black and white. The other one is white. But my other the two cats I had previously, Hotspur and Cyrano, were tuxedos. And these are not tuxedo patterns. They don't look like my cats, but, you know, black and white. So this part of the pattern of the border is done. And so I'm about, 2/3 away around here. But so this little triangle pattern here on the inside repeats out here, and then, like I said, there's a plain line border that goes all the way around. So hopefully I can finish that border and be done with that. So that's number 5, yeah. And for the FFO for number 5 is, I'm keep rumbling here so I can't see it, is Hedgehog. And that is by Just Nan. And that's a pattern that I won in the giveaway from Arlene, who she has a Flosstube called Kitchen Stitcher. So the pattern is Little Hedgie is what it's called, Little Hedgie by Just Nan. And it's a little hedgehog. It's really cute. Has little pins and beads. And there's I'm turning it as if it would help you see it. There's a leaf here and a little medallion that he sits on. It goes underneath him here, on his bottom here. So yeah, here on his bottom. Yeah, so he could sit like that. There's the medallion is under there and the leaf. So I've done the hedgehog himself, and there's this little nose, and so all his little beads are on there. And the pins and the medallion and the leaves I have here separate. So you can see the white pins that go in there. There's some leftover beads. But then he has this leaf, and then this medallion thing that goes on his bottom. And Arlene sent me a little packet of stuffing. So it may or may not be enough to stuff the hedgehog. I think she figured that it might be, and if not, I have plenty of stuffing. But yeah, so I'm a little intimidated by it because you know it's a little harder to put together than just slapping something on a on a piece of wood. It's a little more complicated, but there's very good instructions for how to do it. So I'm not exactly looking forward to it, but I want to finish it. It's just really cute little Hedgie by Just Nan. My sister did a Just Nan little mouse design. So if I have any questions about how to do it, I can ask her. So there's and I guess it has Smyrna crosses on the eyes are Smyrna crosses. And here, so I don't lose it. Sorry, I'm trying to put the pattern in here. There we go. So that's little Hedgie. And then, of course, I have a new start, so I don't have those, specifically. And then for my other WIP, for WIPGO this is number 17, is Santa's House. And just like with Grey Wolf was like in, I don't know what, November or something like that. It was, very toward the end of last year. And so is Santa's House, because I thought, it's like, just like with Grey Wolf, I was like, didn't I just work on that? So, yeah. So, Santa's House by Tinymodernist. And this was a mystery sal. And on this page, I don't have what year it was. 2018, 2019, something like that, 2018. But so this is a mystery sal, and we got, each, like, the first day, I think they gave us the frame of the house and maybe the outside, and then the mystery sals were the individual rooms, in the house. So I got woefully behind. When they originally released it, I did the floors of the house and very little else, and I did a little bit of the outside, the snowman or whatever. And so last time I worked on it, I did a little more on the inside. I think I had already done the stove, or part of the stove, most of the stove. So I just did the one little section of white on the stove, and I worked some on this room and some on the deer. I still have that middle deer to go because it was a slightly different shade than the other deer, and I thought I had it handy, but I didn't. So, I've done some of the green here, and there's an elf right here that goes here. You can see his little eyes, and then the eyes of this middle deer, and so on. So I just did little bits and pieces. So I'm hoping, I don't know what I make no promises about what section I'm going to work on. It's just as the whim takes me. So that's Santa's House. That's number 17. And then the FFO for that number 17 is this mini spring by From the Heart NeedleArt by Wendy. It's a little, and it looks very tiny. It's not quite as tiny as that makes it look. But there's a little bunny and some chicks and some lambs and butterflies and then some flowers. So that's mini spring. And this is the, oops, upside down. This is the finished product. And this was 2/2 on, looks like 32 count linen. It would help if you weren't looking at the back. Sorry, that's my backside. This is the front. This is what it really looks like. So yeah, crazy. This is, I think, coffee dyed linen. Not quite as dark as it could be, I guess. I have the coffee that I've been using is a little on the light side. I think it's kind of a blonde coffee actually, but yeah. So that's why I think that's why it doesn't get quite as dark as some regular coffees might or whatever. But so that's that. So I'm hoping maybe, I'll probably do it on some kind of a flat display thing. It has this oblong shape to it. Matter of fact, I think I might know something I might put it on. I don't know. We'll see. But that's Mini Spring by From the Heart NeedleArt by Wendy. I did this for cross stitch camp. I guess the first year we did it. Because the challenge part of it was a new to you designer, and I had never done anything by Wendy from the Heart NeedleArt, and I think I had just bought it. I just like the look of it. I bought it, I think, at the attic, but I'm not sure. And I just like I said, I liked the look of it and bought it. And then I had just, I've never done anything by her before. So yeah. And that's actually, all my stuff I have ahead of me for April. For as far as new starts go, like I said, there's the second part of that series that the Fox is from, A Year in the Woods, by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I don't have to finish the Fox itself as long as I finish like the other side of the pattern, so I can do the border, then I can do the swans. So I might do that, but it just depends on if working on the Fox. I want to finish Catoween Cal just because it's I started it in February, and I want to finish it so that I can finish placing it with the other two parts that the other two stitching with the Housewives patterns that I finished in I FFO'd in February. I didn't. I have a piece that I want to put them on. I showed you that and talked about it before, about this little chalkboard kind of thing, or that's what I wanted to put it on. But so I had, it was a little tombstone. It says R.I.P. in the top, a tombstone shape chalkboard thing. But I had the two pieces that I finished, and I wanted to put Catoween Cal on there, but I wanted to finish it, in order before I fix the other two on there. So, I'd like to finish Catoween Cal so I can get the other ones, completely attached. So like I said, the two that I'm finishing for this month, I want to find some trim that complements it, and see what I have in my stash and what I if I want to use them or if I want to buy something else to go with it. And then, but also, I was talking to my sister about this, that I have this one bin that has a bunch of stuff that is it's not, the threads aren't with them, but they're kitted up as far as they're matched up with, fabric and the design. And they're in little, in individual, project bag kind of things. And so so they're more or less ready to go. as long as I, have whatever threads I need, and I probably do. If it's DMC, I'm sure I probably have it. If it's Fancy Floss, I have a whole bunch of Fancy Floss colors, so that I may or may not have them already. So some of those I could start very easily because, like I said, I already had the fabric set aside for them or whatever. So excuse me a minute. It's kind of a dry throat this morning. So I may choose one of those. Choose from that box for one of my new starts, for one or both of my new starts for this month. I haven't decided yet. Or I may do. Where is it? One of my purchases from Nashville, because I got a whole bunch of stuff from Nashville that I talked about last week. But I might start Chameleon. This is a Tinymodernist pattern. It's so cute. Look at that. Look at that. And I don't know if I don't have anything quite that vibrant, but I've got lots of dye. And it's only 66 by 66, this pattern. I want to say, yeah, it's DMC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors. And some of them, yeah, there's a little mushroom, and there's another tiny mushroom, bunch of flowers. That chameleon is so cute. So maybe I'll do that. This is one of my new starts. But yeah, so that's April coming up. Next time I see you, it'll be April. It'll be April Fools. I got a lot of stuff going on that day too. My sister and I are doing a gig. That rehearsal on Saturday and performance on Sunday. So and I can't remember when that happens. I think the rehearsal is in the afternoon, but I'm not sure. So that may affect how, when I do my update on Saturday. I might not do the update till the evening, just because of that rehearsal. If it falls in the middle of the day, yeah. So anyway, so maybe I can. I don't necessarily have to choose my new starts right away. Those can probably wait. But I'm kind of itching. I'm kind of itching to do this. And I have a whole bunch of fabric that I need to dye anyway. So I may dye some fabric for that little chameleon. Or I may start something else. I don't know. So I think that's it. Like I said, I've got the numbers for April, so I'm getting all set now. And I have a few more days to finish up my March WIPGO project. And right now I don't have anything in the offing that's not related to WIPGO. So we'll see how all those things go. So I think that's it. This is a short update, but I have lots to do to get ready for tonight and everything. So yeah, I think that's it. So I will see you next week, and that's all. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.